And sometimes you try your best to be professional about things, but sometimes something will get in your spirit, and you have to speak out. So, Minister Connie, I want to ask your thoughts on that video. What stood out to you the most with that lawyer's video?
Kudos to her because it's hard for Caucasian men or women to speak out about injustice. So I want to say thank you to you. The other thing is that she was very passionate. So it she felt like she wanted to cry. That's how many years she's been in it, and she was just sick and tired of it. And I understand it because I have a story to tell also about being biased with a judge and court and all the kind of things because my my family member has been dealing with 33 years of injustice. So yes.
Wow. Wow. And you know what's interesting? Because I think all of us here on the panel today have something to say about the system. I have definitely had experiences with that with close family members, but I also have a little bit of a flip side that I am also having problems with. But we'll get into our personal stories.
Mhm.
Mary, I'd like to know, because you see it all the time, what stood out to you about this video from that attorney's experience?
Uh, what stood out to me? Uh, Maybe how heartbreaking it was, right?
Mhm.
And how sincere she felt. And I'm a graduate of Thurgood Marshall School of Law, and we're taught that a lawyer who is not a social engineer is a social parasite. So I think the thing that stood out to me the most is, well, what am I doing? And how can I change the system? And then I thought about all of, in Texas, we had that sweep of 19 female Black judges that took the bench. And that's how I feel like we level the playing field. Everything else is just kind of playing catch up or being on, the receiving end where we should be put ourselves in positions of power. And
Mm.
so, taking these kind of cases, shout out to Rodney Ellis, who spearheaded the Innocence Project in Texas. Shout out to those judges, Judge Angela Graves Harrington, Shannon Baldwin, Erica Hughes, Toria Finch. Many of those are my classmates. And so that's what stood out to me is we got what county is this woman in? And I wonder, I expected to, you almost I could be a little, I feel like I expect my enemy to take his stance. And I don't, I just expect it. And so the only way to fight that is to remove my enemy from those positions of power and assume those positions of power wherever I can. Oh, I hope I wasn't too long-winded.
No, I think that's a very good take. Here's what some of our family audience today are saying. First, a lot of people are still joining us with our Blackout Fridays. Kudos to all of y'all. And we love that. We appreciate you still riding with us on that. Booker says, of course, the color of justice is green. And Deborah says, come on, y'all. The laws were not made for were not made for Wahites. It's always been for Black people. Anonymous, I'm not fooling with you today, but I am going to say, because I have a solution to the problem. Hear me out. How about we don't do crime?
That's true.
Anonymous, not today. Please don't test me. Don't test me today, Anonymous. I don't have
That's
the
true
I
though.
don't have the feeling on that. Dr.